Anyway, all that's to say, Mark Zuckerberg is he's got a lot to answer for. His net worth has dropped down to a paltry $38 billion at last I checked.
How sick is that?
That's pretty insane. That his net worth went from a couple hundred, like 190 billion or something, 150 down to 40. Also, I do apologize for my sicky voice. I know it can be kind of annoying for some people.
Is it possible that it could go? His net worth could drop below $1 billion. He could go to Vlad status.
Wow.
$900 million.
It is possible, but I think that would be indicative of there being much, much, much bigger issues. Because if Meta were to collapse, that would mean that Meta became like not a penny stock, but pretty damn close. That would mean that it dropped to like a $5 billion market.
Let's make it happen.
Some people are speculating that because I'm just going to call them Facebook, they're getting to the point where they're going to enter this death cycle where they're going to have to ramp up monetization in such a way that it's going to further alienate users, causing more and more people to leave platforms like Instagram and Facebook, which will then in turn cause them to have to monetize even more, which will cause people to leave even more. But I also don't necessarily know that I believe that kind of thing is going to happen.
I think
it's just so ingrained in the culture. I cannot imagine someone coming and taking over. Closest would be TikTok, but
well, yeah. I'm just curious Facebook is unusable. I don't even know. I mean, I used to use it for Marketplace, but even now when I try to use Marketplace, I think I've said this on the show before. They ruined it because it's now just like retail sellers. They'll ship stuff to you. And I want it like Craigslist. I want to go find something in Los Angeles and go pick it up. And Instagram, they're fully just chasing the TikTokification.
I will say this,
pushing video on you at all times.
Instagram does have better targeted ads, I think, when you compare it to Twitter, which is the next thing that we are going to cover here, obviously, because unless you've been squished under a rock like a bug, Elon Musk finally took the reins at Twitter
in the absolute dorkiest way. Did you see him
let that sink in? But what is what's
his brain?
What is he letting sink in? Let it sink in.
Let it sink in,
dude. I own it.
Let it sink in.
Let that sink in.
Let that
sink
in.
God, what a fucking
he's so
he wants to be
internet
funny.
Pilled,
yeah,
and like dork pilled on the internet that I can't believe he did
Women
that.
have fucked him more than 8 times because he's got 8 kids.
Yeah, that too. But no, I can't believe he was like, I'm going to do the meme. I'm going to take over this. What did he pay? $44 billion.
$4 billion.
And I'm going to do the meme. I'm going to bring a sink. He went out, or no, he probably had like an assistant go buy a sink.
Oh, yeah, of course. But make sure that it's one that I can carry or hold.
Sinks are heavy.
Sinks are heavy. But so I don't know if you saw a couple things. There's rumors that they are going to charge a monthly fee for verification. The verification
$20
badge.
a month.
I saw another one that was $5 because it's basically Twitter Blue. But I mean, so I'm verified. I would let that badge fucking expire because I don't care, and it would also take away the one of the things that a lot of
you wouldn't pay for it?
Nah, who cares? At that point, because I think it'll be open for anyone then if you want a verification badge.
At that point. That's stupid. But
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's definitely helpful in the sense that, like, if we wanted to have someone on the show, I think if you DM them and it said, like, verified and then it said, like, Trillionaire Pod in your bio, someone could be like, well, I want to go on the show. The guy's not.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I think that it's a stupid cash grab. I think that there's a lot of speculation about what's going on internally now. I guess he, like, brought in a bunch of Tesla coders to take a look at the code and juice it in whatever way. But I'll say this. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the platform. It was also interesting to be far removed because, like, when you travel, you could follow along on Twitter, but it feels different.
Yeah.
I'm in the first class lounge in Singapore.
And he'll never let you forget.
I'll never let you forget. And I'm better than you. And I'm in there. And
better than me.
And, of course. And I'm following along on Twitter, and it just feels like, what does everybody give a shit? Who cares? Yeah, he bought it. It's not like suddenly there's going to be, I'm sure that there are people out there who are going to try to humble me and say you're privileged because, you're not going to get a lot of hate. I get plenty of hate. Trust me. All
You
right.
welcome it though.
I do sometimes.
I mean,
but
I asked you when you got, because we got here like a day and a half before you, and I'm like, scrolling Twitter, waiting for Phil to get out of the shower and stuff, and I'm just seeing you and like Matt Taibbi fighting online, and I'm like,
Not
buddy,
even.
you're on vacation. What are you doing? You're like quote tweeting him like.
Well, because he was doing okay. So I got pissed off, and this is something. The problem. It speaks to what's going on. That the problem with Twitter is that it doesn't encourage nuanced discussion. It encourages dunking, and it encourages shit talking, and it encourages the most. If you can, the person who wins is the one who can come up with the most succinct dunk on the other person, the most disingenuous take. It's like schoolyard shit, and it's just like I was sitting there in the lounge going, "This is fucking so sad. Like this is a bummer." And all it took was Matt Taibbi. He's a big journalist. Used to be really really big with Rolling Stone. And
Before that he did I think Hate Inc. He's put out
he's
books
a
and stuff.
big.
Yeah.
We should try to get him on the show because I would love to talk to him about this because he's gotten really angry at a lot of online progressive circles because they are just as guilty as of doing. That's the thing is a lot of it's two sides of the same coin in a lot of these
Right.
cases.
There's no ideologically or moral consistency. It's just like if this is good for my side, then I
Yes.
start screaming about
Yes,
it. Yeah.
yes. And I am sympathetic to that, but what I find frustrating is the people who then choose to only focus on the left doing that. Like, sure, I get it. The left does that, and there are people on the left side who do that, but you're completely in ignoring those on the right, it feels like you're taking the side of those people, which is also stupid and reductive on my part. It was just an exercise in futility, and I was on my laptop in the lounge, just like drinking a Perrier, just
relax.
just fucking responding to these people because it's easier to just type.
Just
Hence, I'm
fighting
typing.
online in first class.
Just fighting online. But I was sitting across from this French man, this older French man, who was normally I'm annoyed by people who take phone calls like in lounges and shit.
But he had a really nice French accent.
He had such a soothing voice. Je vais trop
Oh, beautiful. But meanwhile, he's saying,
Meanwhile, he's just talking about like his.
I'm so
fucking,
horny. I
probably.
miss you.
I miss you, my wife. I love you so much. I cannot wait
My
to
beautiful wife.
lick you up and down. I'm here sitting across from a skinny American. He is likely on Twitter, where they spend all their time. Where was I going with this? Just that's the problem, and I doubt that Elon Musk has the leadership skills or wherewithal or desire to actually fix it to make it a meaningful place for discourse.
No one can fix whatever that urge is to. I was telling you, I was like, you're crazy because all I do is post dumb shit on Twitter. Because I was like, I don't want to get involved in that. And I was telling you, I posted the dumbest thing about a TikTok video. And I've got people doing like think pieces in my comments of like, oh, you think you're so smart about commenting on TikTok. And I'm like, I truly thought it would get 75 likes. I don't know why so many people liked it. And then you just post the dumbest things. I saw recently a girl posted a like screenshot from someone's Hinge profile, and she made like a dumb little joke, and it just everyone's in there about like the state of modern romance, and it's like it's just a joke. Everyone relax.
Yeah.